Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye and this is my world. Okay, today's topic is dealing with emotionally unavailable men. Dealing with emotionally unavailable men. Okay, before we dive into this topic, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all of the new viewers. Welcome to all of the new subscribers. And welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I appreciate you so very, very much. And I want to thank you for your comments. And I really enjoy reading them. And thank you for your letters. Now, those of you who are new to the channel, I will answer your relationship questions. So at the end of this video, I'll show you a link where you can send in your questions. And I will either answer through the email or I will read your letter and answer it online. Okay? Now, those of you who are interested in these caps, they are now available in my online store. So just go to the description. At the bottom, you'll see a link that says online store. Just click on that link and there you are. Okay, now let's dive into this topic today. Men who are emotionally unavailable. Ladies, I want you to understand that men are not the emotional creatures. We are. We are the emotional beings. Okay? So you can't expect a man to react to things the way that we react or feel the way that we react. But we can expect certain things from men. We can expect for them to care for us, to protect us, and to provide for us. Okay, as long as they do that, all is well in the land of Oz. Okay? Okay, ladies, I did pull a little video on this subject. So let's see what this young man has to say. And then we're going to read some letters and talk more about this. Okay? All right, here we go.
Ladies, here's what emotionally unavailable actually means. It does not mean I want to stay single and talk to a bunch of women. There's nothing wrong with men wanting to stay single and talk to a bunch of women. It's when a man actually likes a girl and wants to pursue or transition into a relationship, but he has these mental blocks. He has these roadblocks in his head that is preventing him from doing that out of fear of a relationship, fear of you being the one or not being the one, FOMO, the fear of missing out. Maybe he feels like there's better out there. And what ends up happening is a guy will keep you in the position that you guys are in, where it's the talking, the texting, the fun, the hooking up, and it starts to feel like a friends with benefits, starts to feel like something casual. And then it gets to the point where he feels I'm entitled or I'm obligated to give you something, which pressures him, and then he pulls away.
We did get some letters today that prompted this discussion. So let's read our first letter and then we'll talk about it. Okay, here we go. This is a young lady. Okay, and she is 28 years old. All right. Back in March 2023, I started dating a man who is very charismatic, charming, handsome, funny, and was a great conversation holder. For quite some time, he would often push me to allow him to come over to my house so he could get to know me better. You know, why does he need to come to your house to get to know you better? You understand what he's wanting? He wants to come to your house to have sex. That's the way he thinks he can get to know you better, and that's the only reason he wants to come over there and see me somewhere other than our dates. You understand? These men are slick. After about a month, I caved and allowed him to come over to my home. Okay. It's important to mention that he just moved here from Memphis, Tennessee, and he is trying to establish himself and get his affairs in order since leaving Tennessee and starting over. His technical place of residence is with his sister, but unfortunately, I have allowed him to be at my home for consecutive weeks. Okay, it's almost like he's moved in. That's what it sounds like to me. While in his transition period, I have been supportive by listening to his problems, offering advice, uplifting him, affirming him, and telling him how proud I am of him, even if what he accomplished was small. Doing nice things for him and really just showing him how much I like him. Listen, I've been down this path before. I've been down this path where you do everything to try to make the man feel like he's the man. You understand? You support him, you build him up, you do everything for him. But a lot of times these people don't appreciate that. They don't appreciate that. Yeah, they would take that for granted and take advantage of that. Okay, here we go. Let's see what else you say. He will go out, get me flowers, and do random acts of kindness. But what I truly need from him is to be emotionally attentive. You know, that may be a hard thing because men are not emotional. Okay, they're not emotional. It seems like he doesn't even care about what I have going on, and I'm more interested in what he is going through than he is about my life. Yeah, he may be an energy vampire, which means he's all about sucking in your energy, but he's not giving out energy. He is just taking it from you. And if you feel drained, this could possibly be what's going on here. Okay? The emotional aspect of our dating seems one-sided. I'm grateful for the nice things he does, but my love language has always been a man that learns me. Yeah, I understand what you mean. You want him to be into you, to care about the things that you care about. You understand? And you're not getting this from this man. Okay? He is willing to listen to me, uplift me, and affirm me. You want him to do the same things for you that you are doing for him. I don't know about this one. I don't know. I'm at the point where I'm starting to resent him, and I want to be done with him. I'm tired of pouring into him when at a minimum he doesn't even ask how my day is going or nothing, because he don't care. That's why he's not asking it. Either he's not mature enough to understand these things, which are just 29. So, maybe he's just not mature enough yet. And right now, he's only concerned about himself. But that doesn't mean that he can't change because he's still young. You see, if he was in his 40s or 50s or even 67, no, he's not going to change. But this man, if he's your age and you're just, what'd you say you were, 28? If he's at your age, he can change. You understand? He can learn these things. And if you communicate these things to him, and if he cares about you, then he'll work on them. All right, let's see what else. I mentioned above that he doesn't technically have his own home. However, I do. I own my town home. I'm beginning to wonder if he doesn't really like me. But is he just using me for somewhere to lay his head? That could be. That very well could be. The sister he is living with has been giving him problems, and therefore he doesn't like being there. I'm beginning to hate relationships and dating because in the beginning things are exciting and fun. And then after 3 months, the honeymoon stage is over. That's right. That's in a lot of relationships. That's why I say take your time. Take your time to get through the honeymoon stage, and then now you get to see what you're dealing with. Then now, hopefully, he's showing his real face by the end of the 3 months. Sometimes it takes longer. You'll see slips of it. But for him to just show you who he really is, sometimes it takes longer. So in 3 months, if the honeymoon is over, now you're getting to see the real deal. Okay? Part of me wants to try to see if he will change. But the greater part of me wants to throw in the towel and just say forget it. Giving everything I went through in my last relationship, I don't feel like trying to coach a man on how I want to be treated. I just don't have the energy. What should I do? Your advice would be much appreciated. Okay. In this particular instance, he is young and he is just learning probably how to treat women. And a lot of his learning is from his boys or what he has seen at home. Okay, if there has been a male present, how that male has treated the female, whether, it's his dad or whoever. But he is still learning because he's young. Okay, have you had a talk with him and let him know your concerns and how you would prefer to be treated? If you have, and you have not seen any results, then it's time to let him go. Time to let him go. And wait until the man comes along that treats you the way that you deserve to be treated. Deserve to be treated. You don't have to hang around and get any kind of treatment. You don't have to settle. You understand? Let him go. If he cannot step up to the plate and not willing to, let him go. And wait for the right one to come along. And when the right one comes along, remember now, you're going to be meeting another representative. So you need to wait it out. Just enjoy the honeymoon stage. Just enjoy that. But keep your eye on him too. Watch how he reacts to certain things. Watch how he treats you. And after the honeymoon stage, see if he continues to treat you the way he treated you in the beginning. If he doesn't, then he's not the right one either. Ladies, take your time. And don't sleep with these people. Don't sleep with them. Don't tie up. Don't create a soul tie with any of these people. Wait until you are sure you're with the right one to bond with him. Okay? And this is the way you protect yourself. All right, let's look at another letter. All right, here we go. I am writing this email on behalf of my mother. She is 70 years old and twice divorced. Around 4 years ago, she started dating a man after he pursued her for 2 years. He's 70 plus years old. 2 weeks ago, she discovered he has been cheating on her with a woman she knows very well that lives down the street from her. This is what I'm telling you. Men, when they cheat, they don't cheat far. They do not cheat far away. It's always somebody right next door, right across the street, right down the street, somewhere that he can get to easily. Okay, that's how men cheat. And that's how they get caught. All right, let's see what else you say here. From the start, the red flags were evident. He rarely came around our family. He's only been to 2 family gatherings. Oftentimes, he would make plans to come to a gathering only to later break the plans. Yeah, well, he might be a little hesitant because he may not be committed to your mother like that. That's why he didn't want to come around the family. He doesn't want to lock himself in. Okay? I've been around him a few times. My sisters met him once, and my brother never met him. When he met my younger sister for the first time, he kept admiring her cheeks, and kept making relentless comments about how big they were. This made her uncomfortable. My mother did nothing to stop him and only showered him with hugs and kisses. Yeah, because she's totally infatuated by this man. When she found out he was cheating, she knocked on the woman's door and asked for him. And when he blew her off, she threw a flower pot that was on the woman's porch. Now she's telling us negative things about him. Okay. She said he would put her kids down. But from her responses, she did nothing to defend us. And when she had a stent implanted in her heart, he wanted sex the same day. He has always insulted her weight, among other things. Well, your mother has accepted this kind of treatment. You understand? She's accepted it. When she had a bad diabetic crisis, he didn't even go to the hospital for her or call and check up on her. There are too many other scenarios to name, and some she refuses to talk about. Now she's been crying hysterically and sobbing to us, and even other family members and even church members over this man. I must add that my mother still deals with her ex-husband. He's disabled, and she takes him to run errands. Okay, well, it sounds like, your mother, she doesn't actually let people go. She still has them in her life. She still has financial and soul ties with him. My siblings and I do not agree with her dealing with two men simultaneously. Okay, so she's dealing with the new man and the husband, the ex-husband. All right? I cannot believe my mother is acting this way, and it's unsettling and concerning. But I wanted to paint the best picture I could in order to get a clear understanding and offer the best advice you can. Okay, here we go. This is about your mother. Okay. And I'm going to respond to everybody who are in a situation like this. You can't change people. Your mother will have to decide that she wants to change. I don't care what she does and how many men she's involved with. She's got to come to the realization that she does not want to live like this anymore. It's totally her choice, and you cannot do anything about it. You understand? And the more that you talk to her about it, or bring her attention about it, the more that she's going to blame you and embrace the people that she's with, the ex-husband and the new boyfriend. You understand? That's cheating on her. She has accepted this. And as long as she accepts it, she's going to get more of it. Because she's telling the divine that this is what she wants in her life. This is what makes her happy. And as long as she feels that way, the divine is going to issue her more and more of it. And there's really nothing that you can do about it but watch from the sideline. And I'm going to tell you, the more that you try to convince her otherwise, she's going to turn it on you. She's going to turn it against you. She doesn't want to hear what you got to say. There may come a time when she comes to you and asks your opinion. And then if she does that, you can offer your opinion, your advice, or whatever. But other than that, there's nothing you can do about it. So, my advice to you is to focus on your own happiness. And your mother's going to do whatever she wants to do, and that's that. And you need to come to terms with that. And leave it alone. No matter what happens. No matter what happens. She's chose that. It's free will. And you can't do anything about it. Your hands are totally tied. So that's why I say, leave that alone and focus on your own happiness. Focus on your own happiness. Maybe one day your mother will see how happy and your life is and want that for herself. And come to you and say, how do I change my life? This is your opportunity to talk to your mother. But if she doesn't, you got to leave it alone. She's a grown woman. She grown. And she's going to make her own choices and decisions. And there's nothing, I'm sorry to say, is nothing that you can do about it. Okay? So I hope that you understand that. And I hope that you will focus on your own happiness. And leave that alone. Okay? All right. Let's look at another letter here. All right. Here's another young lady that says, what is wrong with my husband? What is wrong with him? My husband and I have went our separate ways after 22 years. We both have cheated. My cheating came from him telling me several years to find someone that's good for me, because he isn't. We weren't even having sex. He didn't sleep in the bed with me. He told me that he would masturbate, and he would tell me that he wasn't good for any woman. He didn't know why he even got married. I do know that he is slow on certain things. He would always talk harsh to me, but talk nice to other people. He would take care of the household. He would treat me more like a sister than a wife. Okay. All right. My question to you is this man gay? It sounds like he's gay. If he is not having sex with you, he's having sex with somebody. And he already said that he's no good for women. That makes me think that he's sleeping with men. He don't like women. And then he says he doesn't know why he got married. That's another thing that gay men say. They don't know why he got married. They got married because, it's expected. It's expected. But he doesn't like women. Now, this is... I'm asking you, is he gay? I'm not saying that he is gay, but it sounds like he could be gay. Unless he has... now, if he's masturbating, it doesn't sound like he has a physical problem. It just sounds like he does not enjoy having sex with women. You understand? I always tell women, unless it's a physical thing, and I don't think it's physical because he's masturbating. If it was physical, then he would not be masturbating. He'd be going off to the doctor to find out what the heck is going on. But for him to tell you that he is not good for any woman, I think he likes men. That's my opinion. From your letter, from what you said in this letter, it sounds like your man could be gay. And maybe you need to approach him and ask him, are you gay? He don't even sleep in the same bed with you. Now let's look at this. You said that he would take care of the household. Does that mean that he provides for you? Does he do everything else? He just like, the sex is off? Does he provide? I'm sure he's not professing and telling everybody that he's so proud to have you if he thinks that he's no good for women. So let's say the professing is out. And he's probably not protecting you either. But the household. Is he paying all the household bills? Okay, you got to look at that. Because, maybe if he's sleeping with other men, may not be a deal breaker for you. Okay? This is what I'm getting at. Maybe it's not a deal breaker if he is taking care of everything else. Are you happy? Apparently you're still, you're separated, but you're still in contact with him. Now, when you say separated, you went your separate ways after 22 years. And he didn't sleep in the same bed with you. Okay. I assume that you're thinking about it, and you might not be divorced, but you're thinking about your husband that you're separated from, and you just want to know what's wrong with it. I think he's gay. That's my opinion from your letter, that he prefers men. Or something else. But he said here he's no good for a woman. So a woman is not his preference. Okay? I hope that you understand that. I know it was a little confusing to me. I didn't know if you was still living with him or separated, or when you said separated, did you mean separated living in the same house? That's what the flavor that I got from the letter. Not that he was in another house, but that you're in the same house, but you're living apart together. You understand? He's like your roommate. He's just a roommate. And there are some couples who stay together like this because of finances. You understand? If he's taking care of the home and all of that, although you're not sleeping with him or whatever. You understand? Some couples decide to stay together. But that's really up to you, whether you want to continue in a situation like this or not. You didn't ask me about that. You just asked me, what is wrong with your husband? And in my opinion, he doesn't like women sexually. That's what I think is wrong with your husband. Now, who he prefers sexually, I can't really say, but it looks like it's not women. It looks like it's not women. So I hope that my advice helps on that, because I believe that you need to focus on your own happiness and not worry about him. You see, and if you are in the same house, you need to start your spiritual journey to protect yourself and to heal. Because this kind of activity is hurtful. If you're living with a man in the same house and he's not sleeping with you, he's not touching you, but you're just, living together like roommates, this can be hurtful, because you deserve love. You deserve caring. You deserve some emotions from this man, for him to show you that he cares about you. You see, he's taking care of the home because he's living there. If he's living there, see, it's a little confusing. I'm hoping that, I'm reading this right. He's taking care of that because that's where he lays his head. Not because of you, but because that's where he lays his head. Take care of yourself and love yourself first. is very important. Now, ladies, today's topic was about dealing with emotionally unavailable men. Now, like I said, men are not really the emotional creatures, but they can show that they care and that they love you. You. And this is what you want out of a relationship. A man that is loving to you. To let you know that you are safe with him. And that he cares about what you care about. He is there to support you. You understand? This is what you want from a man. Other than all of these in the 3 P's. To protect, provide, and profess. But you want him to hug you. To come and give you a kiss. Good morning. A kiss good night. And how are you doing today? And what do you need? What can I do to bring you more happiness? That's what you want your man to do for you. To be attentive to your needs and your wants and your desires. This is how a man shows you that he really loves you, ladies. And you deserve this. Do not settle for less this. And I know, there are circumstances where women do settle for less. And this last letter, the lady said that she cheated. I can see why. You were not getting sexual love from your spouse. And I don't know if you were getting any kind of love from him. And that will draw a person out to cheat. If you're not getting that kind of love at home, you look for it elsewhere. And that's not really a good thing because, here you are married to somebody, but you're sharing your sexual energy with somebody else. And that person could be sharing it with somebody other than you, which means that you are collecting energies from unknown people into your reality. And you don't want to do that. Okay? So, on this one, your question was only, what's wrong with him? I don't think he likes women. Okay? I think that's what's wrong. So, I hope that this message can help someone today. I hope that you understand this message. That you deserve love. You deserve the best. Now, for those of you who have questions that you'd like for me to answer, here's the link. Send your questions to MissFayesWorld@hotmail.com. That's MissFayesWorld@hotmail.com. And keep your letters to one page. Summarize your situation and ask the question. And if you prefer me to answer your question through the email, just put it at the top of your letter and I will comply. Okay? I thank you all for supporting this channel. I thank you all for sending your comments. And a special thank you to those who leave a donation. I appreciate it so very much. I wish you all well. I wish you all happiness. And I hope to see you next time.